What's up, you guys? Welcome back to a new episode. I'm Ayreana.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Imani.
And this is the Model Corner. So today we are here with another really dope, knowledgeable episode. I'm so happy to tap in and dive into what we got for y'all today. We are going to be diving into the different types of modeling and how to find your niche.
Period.
As you already know, we about to get into it, but first,
Bring the Prosecco.
And hopefully y'all got yours.
Please have your glasses ready.
Come on.
Cheers to the screen, okay?
Yes.
Cheers. Episode 4, the Model Corner.
I gotta watch you, bitch.
Y'all know, Imani.
This bitch doesn't sit.
I did this time. I did.
She did. Okay. So let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So we are definitely just breaking down the different types of modeling. And in those types of modeling, how do you find your way in your specific path, right? So in modeling, there's so many different things. You can either be print and commercial, you can be editorial, you can do swim, you can do runway, you can be more beauty focused. There's so many different lanes like in modeling, and I feel like it's really hard, like when you're just starting out, figuring out which one is the best lane for you to go, to be able to go to the highest heights. What is the lane that's going to be able to best showcase your talent?
Right.
I think that for me personally,
Yeah.
I definitely started out like kind of doing a lot just to like figure it out, but I started out more beauty. So I did a lot of like beauty shoots, giving a nice, good face, nasty beat.
I'm sorry, but it's crazy because we all started differently.
Really? Yeah, Ash started print and commercial. I started more beauty.
I really started like creative, editorial, kind of.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Kind of.
I started out doing beauty. I love when you can add that in with editorial, right? Doing very like graphic lines when it comes to like a beauty, and it turns it into an editorial. So being able to kind of like do that slash, right? Like it's a beauty, but it's also editorial. I feel like that's like kind of where I started at. Like I love doing beauty, but I also love doing very, very creative. So that's like kind of where I started my lane in. Whereas like for Ash, I started more very like print and commercial. So how do you feel like now that you do more editorial and beauty, how do you feel like you kind of like figured your way out going from print and commercial to figuring out like I can do print and commercial but also do a little lead way?
Yeah, I mean, I started out print and commercial, and then I kind of found my way into beauty, and I was doing beauty.
Yeah.
Like it was giving the face part every time, you know. And then that's when I kind of was just like, I want to do like looks. Like I love fashion, and I don't know, I didn't really come from that for real, like seeing everybody like really putting that shit on for real. But I always was like on the lookout for that, always was interested in that. Like when I was like, when I get it together, I'm gonna have my pieces and da-da-da. And so like, I just kind of started to look for those things. And it's literally so funny how like, you really dictate what you're like what you're getting into, because I'm like, okay, now I want to get into further than print commercial. I want to get into beauty. Got into beauty. Then I was getting booked for beauty. Then I'm doing editorial fashion. And then people coming to me with ideas for editorial, and it's like, I did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to do that.
Right.
So that's kind of just how I kind of seeped in.
No, I will say, for me, it was definitely because I started with like influencing type of time. So like that was another kind of industry, I guess you could say, in modeling.
Me too, actually.
Is influencer. So with that, it's not, and I'm not downplaying because that is a job and that is, you know, but like as a model, for me personally, it didn't really give me modeling. It gave me influencer, because that is the two different titles.
It is.
So
there's definitely a difference,
definitely
not even to cut you off.
No,
but it's definitely a difference between like being an influencer model and being like a professional model. You're on set to like create experience for the artist. You're creating art versus like an influencer model is more so I'm selling a product.
Right. Which in as a model you sell you're selling
you're
things,
still selling a
but
product, for
it's
sure.
still different. But so yeah, I would say I personally, the beauty really, I don't like it. I don't like
I
it
don't
just
like it.
because for me, like I love to work with my body. Like I love posing and getting them triangles, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel restricted. Even though I'm gonna give you the face you need, it's still for me personally, I found my niche in editorial and really, you know, the versatility of being a model. I feel like that's really what captured my love, and I feel like that's me. So with trying to find and figure out these industries, it's like swim, that's, you know, you're gonna be more probably in Miami, more probably in LA. You know, you're gonna mostly be shooting in swimwear, you know, but that can be brand deals with the big swim brands. That can be, you know what I'm saying? So it's really just depends. Then it can go into beauty, you know, that's more only here shooting. So that's when you really have to learn how to work your faces.
You
learn
have to know
how
your
to smile, how to give that energy through your eyes. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like editorial, high fashion. That's where you can get creative, and even if you did move a certain way, like that shot was fire, you know? So like, I just love, but I do love that in this industry, there's so many routes that you can really find yourself in.
Yeah, and I think that I love the fact that, like, even though there's so many different lanes of modeling, right? All the lanes can be cohesive. You can be a print and commercial model, but you can do editorial. You can be an editorial model, but then you're great at swim or even e-commerce. Being able to like sell clothing, like there's so many different things that you can do, and there's so many different lanes that you can like go into. So when we say like being able to find your niche, right, and being able to know like I'm best in this lane, that doesn't completely negate the other lanes. Like you can come and still give 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10, but where is your money maker?
Right, and that's what I was gonna say. Like in this industry, I've really learned that you can be versatile. You can be a beauty, swim, editorial.
Absolutely.
But it comes down to, because this industry is such a cutthroat and very specific on what the vision is, it's like you need to know your strongest suit.
Exactly.
You know, so like, and that's really how you depict your niche.
Yeah.
And especially to just like kind of at least, you know what I'm saying, 90% master, because then you get to explore into other things. You know what I'm saying? It's like I've done this for some time and I nest on lock. You know what I'm saying? Now I want to try something else. Now I want to do some crazy ass poses.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I
I
don't think
remember
I
being
really
in
went
print.
there until like I had mastered beauty. I don't think I even went to being like, all right, now I want to go crazy on my body until like I learned how to really master
I'm still like learning, like how to really like, you know what I'm saying?
But that's what too, it comes down to like, you're not just hopping the industries, you're finding what works best for you and what you feel fits
giving
best.
your space, like giving yourself the space and the freedom to adequately grow into the model that you want to become. If you don't like really give yourself the chance to like dive into all of these different lanes that there are in modeling, how will you know what's best for you?
Absolutely.
If you don't give yourself the chance to mess up, to fail, to maybe do something and not like it at all, how will you know like, oh, well, this works for me best and this doesn't work for me?
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
So ultimately, it's really do your research too, like on each industry within this industry. Like really just figure out what you even are comfortable with. Like, are you comfortable wearing a bikini in front of 30 people on set? You know, obviously it's not to look at you, but you have to be comfortable because that's going to reflect on the camera. Or when you're posing and you might have a mullet, side cut, bald.
Exactly.
You know, are you gonna really give that character? You know what I'm saying? So with all that, what's y'all's? What industry?
I do. Okay, I want to say mine. I want to say mine, but I do want to say for you. Like obviously you would know because I was wondering this. I literally was just sitting here and thinking about this, right? Like you're taller. Like you're a taller model, right? So the expectation,
I'm 5'7", so it's not in the modeling industry. I'm short.
You're short,
no,
right?
but you're like,
but you're still
when it comes to runway.
For runway.
When it comes to
but
runway.
you would still be somebody that would be picked for runway, though.
Exactly.
But
so
5'9" is really the.
When it comes to
they
like,
even get you to be 5'6". They're like, at least if you're 5'7".
At least if you're 5'7". But even when like I have very long legs and shorter torso, so that's what makes me shorter modeling, right? but my legs are still really, really long. So I can get on a runway and do the job that's needed to be done. But when it comes to you, like, you're a model that someone would go out for when it comes to runway. But that's not your specific thing that you would even really go for.
I will say I'm gonna do my top 3. Number 1, definitely editorial. Like, I love to see who I can become and see me really embody a character, the vision, the execution. And I love to test myself. I love to push myself. So when it's things that are kind of out the norm, or I got blue hair, or you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, who is this girl? Like, I want to figure out who this girl is. So I do, number 1 for sure, editorial. Then I would say 2, I would say runway. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, I can
Just
see
because
that.
I don't do it as much, because for me, Atlanta runways, not the runways I want to be on. Let me redirect.
I mean, she ain't lying.
But really though, just because the industry out here is still very urban, and the runway that I'm seeking, I had to stand up for this. I don't want to see this.
What is that?
What is that? See, y'all don't do runway. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. But that's
like
the
that.
Atlanta.
What she just did right there was like the in turn. It's like a slow, like they might give a lean.
That's
and
what
it's
I'm saying. You don't want to.
versus
You don't
like
want to.
giving.
You don't want. I don't want
the
that.
wall.
I don't want that. I want
Zoom in on me.
the big productions. I want the Diesel. I want the Chanel. I want the Gucci. Like, I want to see a high fashion walk.
Ashley said, "Zoom in on me. I'm lost. I'm lost." I don't.
Bro, that's
Because I know it's other people out there like.
But if you know,
the girls that know, you know, comment down
If
below.
you are in Atlanta, you know what I just did.
I'm not gonna
I'm
lie,
still
because
lost.
I went to Alabama A&M, right? And there was like a modeling troupe like on campus.
Yeah.
And their posing would literally, they would do runway shows, and it would be like very like.
Yeah, it's like not to knock it, not to knock
they
it at
stay in
all.
one?
But
They would like stand in one, but like the posing would be very like hands here, hips
It's just-
like out super
it's
far,
not
like super
real
like
runway.
exaggerated,
It's Atlanta
versus like
runway.
real
Yeah.
And that's what I'm
runway
saying.
is
It's
very
It's just
like
a real nasty walk.
clean.
You know
It's
what
a
I mean?
nasty give
Right.
you down walk.
Right, not to knock it. You do that, do you, babe? But me,
Thumbs
I
up
don't
for
want to
you.
do that. And for me, I want to be on a set where. If
Like,
ladies make
bitch,
me
I don't
think
wanna
I gotta
do
cut
no
it
more.
out.
They like, bitch, I don't want to do
Okay,
it no more.
but so bottom line, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to really find what works for you and what does it for you. So
No,
I said
absolutely.
3, but I just got 2. So I would say editorial and runway. So what's
Yeah.
your,
What would yours be, Ash?
what's your niche?
You know, it's just something about them print commercial checks and productions that
First
really
of all-
just do it for me.
Cause baby got a Subway print out
Right.
right now. Okay, insert.
No,
It's-
but seriously, like, well, I really started off, y'all. I have like little pictures of me at like 6, like trying to be like on Disney,
Period.
like all the little things. Like I was in a newspaper. I did American Girl. I did things. Okay,
Period.
like
Talk about big
hella
ones,
print,
baby.
hella commercials. I was in a little Build-A-Bear commercial. I was doing my thing.
Yes, build a bear.
Yeah. So like that really like started it off for me. And I don't know. I just feel like I could be like a real personality. And then that's when I was just like, I really want to create beautiful pictures. Like I am so into that. Like just having a vision of something so raw. Shout out to Pinterest because my mind
my
has
God.
been blown ever since. Nothing will ever be the same.
Whoever's the
Please, whoever
creator-
did that, y'all did your big
Shout out.
Pinterest is like Instagram without all of the extras.
Oh my gosh, it's better.
Pinterest
I can
more
choose
than
what
my
I want to
homegirl.
see.
More.
I can like literally curate exactly what I want to see that can fuel and breed more creativity and
Yes.
passion. Like
Exactly.
Pinterest, you are loved. You
You
are
are
so
loved.
loved. You are
So-
so appreciated.
So now, what would you say your industry is? And then we gonna hop into the next Iggy.
But wait, I don't want to just be printing commercial.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I do love. It's so funny because I really was obsessed with beauty. Like that was like my next thing. But like, I really do love like editorial fashion things, only because I think maybe because I'm 5'5", so it's like always been like a thing that's like not
they
for
put us
me.
in that box. Yeah.
But it's like, oh bitch, I'm gonna show you because I could photograph tall.
Right.
I could photograph. And I could give you a little angle that you think I'm.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because there have been plenty of people who reached out. How tall are you? And they're shocked that I'm 5'5". You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's just like the rebelliousness in me. It's just like, I'm gonna just eat up an editorial shoot.
Yeah.
So,
and I want to break out that box.
Exactly. And I'm still like learning. I'm still like really taking the time to know like what that all entails, like, and what I have to work on, because I didn't really have to like think about what I'm doing with my body and do all the things. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just love it. I just love it.
It's definitely.
Do you want to know the first shoot I ever seen you on? Was with Royal, and it was a beauty editorial where like your hair was like done up.
Oh yeah.
And it was with you and another model.
Yeah.
And it was. Honestly, it was one of the most beautiful shots I've ever seen in my life.
No, that
like,
was really pretty.
And I was like,
who is this girl?
I love a pretty. Hey, as Ayreana say, I love a pretty thing. You know what I'm saying?
It
was so perfect. And I remember Chad had a
I was
show.
Just thinking about
and
that.
literally, I seen
didn't
you
even
at
know
the show,
you.
and I was like, Chad. I'm like, you know, I don't really be like putting myself out there to like meet other people, but I was like, literally, this work that she did was so good. I have to meet her. And we talked outside of the studio that day, and that was like our first interaction.
No,
now that I'm
literally,
thinking
that
about
was
it,
the first.
That was like our first interaction, and then once we really met, the energy matched the vibe that we had when we first like interacted with each other, and I was like, the work level that like you can have on something that you're not even that confident in. This is something that she didn't even start out doing, beauty, but it was like, it was so, when you see it, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. It spoke to my heart. I love when our work that we're putting out as models really is looking like it's looked at as the art that it really is. That's very important to me. And that was one of the most things, like that was one of the most important moments for me, looking at a model and being like, this is art, aside from just an image.
And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I be getting emotional, but like that is very.
My soul, like honestly, and shout out to Chad to putting that together, because that was like my first like real like exhibit that I really seen something printed. Models don't really talk about like when you first see like a print of you, like that how that really like
blown up on a canvas.
Yeah,
crazy.
It kind of puts that fire in your back. Like, hold on, bitch, I do this.
I
you
do
know
this
what I'm saying? And when I was
book
literally
me, pay me, get me there. Thank
no,
you.
and I will say, like, I was walking out and Imani was like, from a bad bitch to another. But that's how I knew you had to be a
Why that sound like me?
You had to be, let me watch my link. That's how I knew you had to be a fire sign. Because she said from a bad bitch to another bad bitch. You did that or something like that. I was like, bitch.
Who are you?
That's how you bond with me, okay? Don't act like you don't see me. Don't act like we're over that. Please, just because I'm gonna match the energy. Because I'm gonna match the energy.
But that's how you know when you're really a bad bitch, if you can see another.
If you can see
exactly, you give her flowers.
Because if you think you're the cutest one, and you know there's another cute one, you're a hater.
So I would say that for me, I definitely started out doing more beauty. I was like my first ever shoot was definitely on, me and Chad actually recreated a Rihanna shoot that she had did. It was like her topless shoot where she was like with the drink. She had like a drink and she had a hat on, but it was like topless. It was like really exaggerating. So we're gonna pop that in right there. That was my first ever like real creative shoot. And then from there, I started getting more into like beauty. And I loved, the thing about it is when I was growing up, I wasn't really that confident in my face and I wasn't really that confident in the way that I looked. So then going into modeling and being able to like tap into my face, being able to like serve a look that was like, oh my God, this girl is like stunning. I need her. That like gave me something that the little Imani didn't have. So it like pushed me into that. Like I really want to be able to excel in this area because it's giving me a part that I didn't feel like I had when I was growing up. So I got really into beauty. And then it was like, oh, okay, I can do beauty, but now like let me incorporate the beauty aspect of it with my body. And that's where editorial comes in. Editorial comes in when you can give a nasty face, but you can also give a pose to break down in on, right? And so for me, when I started to learn, like as Ash said, I am short, right? I'm 5'4", 5'5", but I can pose as if I'm 5'9", 5'10". And every person that I've met,
myself, I said,
like I've literally met so many people, and when they meet me, they're like, oh my God, are you really this little? Like I thought that you were so much taller than what you were. But it's literally because I know how to like elongate. Literally, Ayreana said that to me when we met. She was like, you're so small. But she was like, the way that you pose, I literally felt like you were like 5'10". And I'm like, I really would be practicing and working on like how to give the same beauty aspect, right? But now how do I add that editorial into it? How do I go when I break down this pose and I'm giving a nasty leg out, I'm making it literally look so androgynistic, and I'm giving it such a length and feel of it. And I feel like that's when like beauty was always the start of it. But editorial is where I love to transform. I love to be able to be 5 different people in one setting.
I swear.
And just give you everything that you need and allow myself, like, again, like I said, that space and that freedom to go all out creativity wise and be able to become this other whole person. Like I done shoots with zebra print hair. I done shoots where I'm like literally bald. They've literally taken all my hair off and I'm bald and it's just giving face. I've done shoots where it's like super creative, blood splattered on some Halloween type stuff, you know? It's just being able to really dive into that. Editorial gives me that like actress vibe. It puts me in the stance of like I'm acting right now. I'm completely a different person from how I came onto this set. Bare face, hair not done. I'm like in a completely different stance, and I feel like that's what really like editorial gives me. So I'm an editorial girly.
I love editorial.
I love it nasty. Like I can come on set and just snatch that. Snatch that up. That was like that was my art show, like we talked about in the last episode. That was my art show, like very editorial, knocking it out. All right, so I'm not even gonna lie, it's getting a little hot in here. I'm gonna take this jacket off, give you the full vibe,
Give it to him.
but a less hot vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, still hot. Okay. Hold on. Again, let me reiterate on how bomb this new space is.
No, do you guys like I wish you guys could see like the whole
in real
vibe.
life,
It's
IRL,
amazing.
It's a vibe. Shout out to DLS letting us in this beautiful space.
Literally,
like it just
it's perfect.
it's perfect. So
I don't wanna
y'all
leave.
want to check them out? Come shoot here.
book your
I
session.
mean,
Do you see
what are you waiting for?
like again? Do y'all see the natural lighting?
This is
hitting
natural
us?
light.
It is.
Do y'all think we would be here if it's
It's
not
insane.
given?
It's crazy.
It's given.
It's
all
giving
right.
everything it needs to.
Tap in.
Welcome to Dreamland Studio, Atlanta's premier luxury content space, conveniently located near Pont City Market. Whether you're seeking a stunning backdrop for your photo shoot, a professional setting for filming commercials, or an elegant venue for your next event, Dreamland Studio has you covered. Discover more about their exceptional services and book your session today by visiting dls.atl on Instagram and clicking the link in their bio. All right, so we are back with another segment of Model Mania. This episode, we are playing Never Have I Ever. Are y'all ready?
What y'all
ready?
really ain't do for real.
I don't think they're ready.
And
But
play along. Whoever
play along,
y'all watching,
please.
play along. If
Take a
you
drink.
have
You're
or you
supposed to have
haven't.
your
if you have done it, you're gonna have your glass and we want you to take a drink. But we're gonna have 3 categories to choose from and then we pick a number. From those, you get a question. If we've done it, we have to go ahead and take a little sip. If we have not done it, go ahead and let your cup sit there, dry, mouth dry, okay? Parched.
All right,
But
let's get into
let's
it.
get into it. Let's go.
Yeah,
Devontae, we ready
Let's
for
get
you?
it. You already know Devontae.
Devontae.
Y'all already know. He got that shit on. Okay, just know.
All right, next one. Juicy, funny, or spicy addition?
All right, I'm gonna start out with spicy. Leo Queen, give me some spice.
Red on.
Pick a number 1 through 50.
27, that's my favorite number.
Oh, I like that. I like the number pick.
Okay.
Never have I ever tried naked yoga.
Who?
Is that a question
Naked
directed
yoga.
at me because I'm a yogi?
I would though, but I haven't.
Yoga. I thought she
I'm
said
gonna
she
say-
didn't. I thought you
I
said
didn't.
you didn't.
No, I
Oh,
said
you
I
said, bitch, where are you doing this at?
Naked yoga.
Where? I mean,
In the
naked
comfort
yoga,
of my
maybe in the
home.
bed.
Packed out. One.
In the comfort of my home, but it's,
Okay, all right.
it's only because I'm a yogi. I love to feel the
If
pureness
y'all
of
want
the
more
earth.
details on that, DM her. Next.
Please don't.
I'm just playing.
DM me. Please.
Okay, we started out crazy. What's the categories again?
Juicy, funny, or spicy?
Juicy.
1 through 50.
13.
Ooh, that was a quick pick.
Never have I ever made out in a public place.
I'm the PDA queen. The fuck? You better show me you want to.
No, she be on her mans.
Period.
Papi.
Poppy?
She be on it. She be on it. No games.
Should we do another one? That was cool.
Okay, that
That
was
was
cute.
cool. Okay.
All right, juicy, funny, spicy.
I guess I'm with the funny. Funny
You
ass
couldn't do
hoe.
another.
Pick a number 1 through 50.
4.
Never have I ever worn something I took out of my dirty laundry.
Never have I ever worn
Something that I took out of my dirty laundry. So your dirty clothes.
for y'all. Please. Grab that bra straight out of that hole.
Bra gone.
Where's that
First
one
of all,
crop
I'm not.
that my number one
need
crop
it
top
today.
some
I need it
sweats.
for today.
A pair of sweats. I'm not grabbing them. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
washing.
I'm not gonna lie.
Do you wash your bras after one wear, please?
After one wear,
I don't wear a bra.
Give me 4.
Spit it out.
Give me 4.
Fucking
bra.
good.
I don't wear a bra.
Let's be for real. This is
don't-
raw
there's-
model
what are we
real
holding?
conversation.
Air.
I mean, hey.
She said, "What are we holding? Air."
Okay, y'all. That was fun. But I feel like we should do a bonus question.
I think we
Ooh,
should.
okay.
Just
So
give
we
them
could
a little
give them
more.
Wait, are we gonna do something funny, spicy, juicy?
We're going to go spicy on it.
Okay, let's go. Let's go
Let's-
spicy.
And never have I ever secretly dated a friend's ex.
I don't want your man.
Cause I got it like that. It ain't even
gotta
gotta be like that.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that. And let's wrap it on that. Let's wrap it on that.
And that's it.
Why are you dating your friend's ex?
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of other ones.
Cut it.
All right,
Period.
that's that on that.
Okay, so off of the spicy, juicy, funny, we about to hop into the next segment, and that is, how do you know if this is your niche?
Ooh.
Let's hop into it. We dabbled in kind of figuring out your niche, but now it's like, how do you really know if this is your niche? And I definitely wanted to shout out Mr. Bacon. Mr. Bacon in the club, man. You gotta come in the frame.
Bacon in
Hold
the
on,
building.
Did Bacon
Yeah.
on set?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Hold on. Did he just hop off the plane?
From
Did he-
what?
From being on tour with Summer?
What?
In Australia?
B. Walker? Please.
Okay,
Stop playing
anyways,
with him. The best of the
anyways.
best. The best of the best is in the building.
He
right
came off the
now.
plane to the model corner.
Y'all
Y'all
see,
Yeah,
y'all
y'all
see
see
the
it.
quality.
Okay.
Y'all see
Catch
it. So tune in. Follow in the description.
Yeah. Love you.
She said,
So now, how do you really know if it's your niche? Like really, we dabbled into figuring it out, but how do you really know? And
if that's like the lane that you should go.
and if you are a real model that has raw conversations,
Ooh,
you're gonna know.
You don't know.
So
you're gonna know.
fill me in.
Ooh, I think maybe for me, I think it was when I was being reached out to, right, for those specific things. When I was being reached out to for like specific editorial, specific like goals that were being achieved in terms of like more creative aspects. I love being able to make money off of modeling. I love being able to go and do a campaign, whether that's me doing a Mael campaign, whether or not that is me having my own face on a hair color box, no matter what it is, modeling for Adidas, no matter what it is. I love being able to go and be creative. I love being able to go and like have this concept that makes me feel passionate in my spirit. Like this is going to touch somebody. This is going to be the thing that somebody says that I really want to model.
Right.
It's gonna hit them in their spirit. So with editorials, like I feel like when I started getting hit up more for those things, and even just when my spirit started going more towards those things, when I'm looking on Pinterest or when I'm looking at other people's work, editorial is what was speaking to me the most. And I feel like that's when I knew like that is the lane that you need to be in, because from that, I will start to be paid based on that. People will start to want to book me to do editorials for their brand versus doing more brand work. It can become brand work, but be an editorial. That's the thing. When you're modeling, it can be like an editorial, be super crazy, be super fantastic, but be all the art that you need. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get both. You can get the editorial vibe, but you can still get your brand work, your concept, everything that you need. You can get all of that. Okay. So I would say that's what it is for me. What I mean?
Mamita Ash.
Mamita.
Well, I mean, I will say that like I'm gonna just always do a print commercial. You know what I'm saying? I love a good commercial moment where I can, cause you know, y'all know I'm into acting.
Yes.
So
yes.
y'all know I'm into acting. So like when I get to be on set and play a role, and it's like, you know, my real self. Like I don't know, I just really do find joy in that. But also like I said before, like the editorial, like finding looks and telling a story, it kind of plays into that as well. Yeah. So I guess that's why it kind of is like the second runner-up. It's so crazy to me because I just was such a beauty girl, like going into modeling, that was like, beauty has my heart. And like people would hit me up for beauty all the time because I was just giving them the face. Right. You know what I'm saying? But like, I do love to tell a good story and put together, you know, something that kind of like is up for interpretation. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? So
I like that.
I don't know.
I like that. Just, creating something that's up for interpretation for the viewer's eye.
That's what
really,
I'm into.
Really like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my niche.
I would say it's kind of like, I really feel like it's kind of piggybacking off of both for real. But like for me, where I really was like, this is my niche, this is me, like this is what I love to do, is when doing the job wasn't a job. When going to set was an enjoyment, was fun, was happy, was feeling like I'm myself, I'm in my zone.
Your element.
Like in my element. So you know what I'm saying? So say you're going to a swimwear, you're going to a beauty shoot, are you really locked in every time compared to another type of shoot? Yes, you know what I'm saying?
Because I'm not gonna lie, swim, I be nervous. Like it's just not my
swim,
beauty.
I'm not
like,
comfortable in swim.
It's just
I'm
like,
not comfortable in swim. Even if like even if I'm at the beach and I'm like literally when I just took those pictures of me at the beach in swim, I was just like, I don't feel
y'all tripping.
But that way, you know what I'm saying?
So
just sometimes it doesn't come that
because
that,
it's such a
second
maybe it's like a
nature to
mind.
you.
Maybe it's like a mind thing in terms of like the body aspect of it, right? Which is a whole nother world, right? Of being comfortable in your body. That's another episode.
Absolutely.
So yeah, but no, ultimately, like I feel like if you know, like every time you have that specific booking, if it's an editorial, if it's a beauty, if it's a swim, and you're so excited and you're happy to be there and you're like, I can't wait to kill this shoot. I'm so happy that I'm even here. That's how you know it's your niche. Because for me, when you love what you do, it's not a job.
Absolutely.
It's not a job.
But I will say this. Don't be afraid to try something that doesn't feel the most comfortable to you, because that is how we started off going into print commercial to beauty, print commercial to editorial. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is, because you need to at least try it once. You know what I'm saying?
Don't
and then
shut
after
the door.
that, if you feel like, okay, this isn't coming natural to me, then okay. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody is meant to be runway.
Even when you're posing and stuff, like the thing that I've always, like when I do pose coaching, book me for pose coaching if you need it.
Book my good sis.
Whenever like I'm doing pose coaching, or even just myself when I'm starting out, the things that feel uncomfortable, right, are 9 times out of 10 those shots that are the
Fire.
perfect shots.
Exactly.
So when you step outside of your comfort zone and you step outside of the box that you've put yourself in, because at the end of the day, nobody can put you in a box unless you allow them to. So once you step outside of that, and you give yourself the opportunity to be like, okay, now I'm gonna push myself, now I'm gonna grow, right? You're able to see a completely different side of yourself that you didn't even think,
Right.
because you just
you
stepped
might
outside of
could
what
kill
was
that.
normal.
You might could kill
Right.
that.
Don't shut the door just because you had
No.
one happy shoe and you're like, oh, this is it. No, like once you a good 2-3 years in the, because I really like, for me, I took about 4 years to really be like, okay,
Absolutely.
this is where I'm at.
Right.
And this is what I love to do.
I feel like I'm still figuring it out.
Same.
I feel like it's
Really?
every year.
Yeah.
I genuinely feel like I'm still figuring
I'm
it out
still
because
learning, but
there's
I-
still things
I
that I
figured it
want to
out.
like dive into more. Like I do want to dive more into like swim content and like swim modeling, because I feel like it's something that like I may be good at, but it's something that I don't feel comfortable in, right? So let me like push myself to do this more so that I feel a little bit more comfortable in it. I feel like as you continue, literally it's all about like, I will continue to repeat this, giving yourself the space and the freedom to grow into the things that you don't even know are right for you yet.
No, let me just say this, y'all. I just got booked for
I said bopped.
not bopped. I just got booked to walk in a show, bitch. You know how the last time I walked in a show?
I haven't,
But
I
let me
haven't
tell
watched
you.
it either.
And
Right.
the
Let me
model
tell you,
corner will be there
a
supporting
brand-
you. Cheers.
Yeah, of course, my mommy does. But you know what I'm saying? Like I literally, they reached out to me, this brand, and obviously like I love the brand.
Right.
So I was like, shit, I'm putting on my good heel today, and I'm walking in that hole.
Right.
I shouldn't say that. I'm so country and ghetto. Okay. Bitch,
should've
because fuck. No, but literally, I was just like, look, I did a 1-2 in my sala and showed up at the thing, and I was just like, shoot, y'all gonna see me walk today. I don't know what it's giving, but hey. And they, you know, they booked me, so
Don't close the door all the way unless you really
get out of your comfort
really
zone
know.
and do it. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Like I was
Because
doubting
getting out of
myself.
your comfort zone can be the best thing that ever happened to you and your career. And that's something that you just have to really
Who knows
like
where it's
understand.
gonna-
You never, ever know. Somebody could reach out to you to do a shoot that is completely out of your field range, right? But like you come in and it literally feels so organic and it feels so natural. Those are the moments when it's like, oh wow, I was scared for this, right? And now look at what it has brought me.
Right.
Yeah.
That's let's wrap it up on that, because
I just want to say my 5'5" models too. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like
because we are always
5'5".
baby, don't do it.
I didn't hear what she said.
I'm like, what is happening
I didn't
right
hear what
now?
she said.
Don't do
I
it.
said 5'5". Who's that? But 5'5".
No,
okay,
like the 5'5".
y'all-
I just want to reiterate that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we said, we were 5'5" doing, you know what I'm saying, certain jobs, and it's just like people
Right.
are telling us you can't
Don't be
do it.
discouraged.
You can't
Right.
do it. Don't be discouraged. So I just wanted to add on to that.
Yeah.
for
Always
sure.
take a I can't for I can and I will.
Or
Okay.
you're just not the one right now.
Yep.
Thank you.
Not the right person.
On to the next.
All right, y'all. Oh my gosh. This is really
It's another
episode
one.
4.
It's
Another
It's
banger.
another one.
My drink is gone.
Well, that's how you know it's been a lot
Not you.
of
She beat me this
a
time.
lot.
She beat me.
I'm babysitting. But y'all, thank you for tuning in. To wrap up this episode, I mean, we touched on really finding out what your niche is in modeling, how to pinpoint what exactly is for you, and how you can kind of broaden your horizons when it comes
Absolutely.
to being in the modeling industry.
Yeah.
So a lot of gems were dropped. Y'all play it back if you missed a couple things.
Right.
Grab your glass, but we definitely touched on a lot of things
Yeah.
that I feel like
Yeah.
are valuable.
If you guys did not tune into last week's episode, please make sure that you guys are tuning in to follow along for the steps to win our giveaway for a free photo shoot, glam, styling,
I wanna
all
win.
of that.
Okay.
Right, I want to win it. Can I win it?
Can I win?
Right, I need another one.
Please make sure
I
that
wanna
you're
sit in the
tuning
chair.
in, right? But like this episode was so amazing. This is episode 4. This is the Model Corner.
We're raw models.
Have real conversations.
We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time. I ain't gonna lie, someone else run to the camera because I can't. Oh my God.
lines. We need the spice.
Hold on. Hurry up, y'all. I need a sandwich.
All right, go.
Bite.
Bitch need a sandwich.
I need a fucking sandwich.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, hold on. All right, that's
This
a wrap.
is episode 4.